Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. If you don't want to be seen as an object, don't see a man as one. Ladies, you know, there's been a very common complaint of y'all that many men see y'all as objects, sex objects primarily, beauty objects, you know, a piece of art to acquire. Okay, that's fair, ladies. That is fair. You want to be seen as a person. In fact, I tell the guys on my men's channel, get to know the lady, find out what's in her mind, especially since guys checking for attractive women. I'm like, okay, she's attractive. What's going on with her? You know, what's going on with her mind? See her as more, not as an object. Okay, but what do I always say? Fair exchange is no robbery. How many of y'all see a man as an object? Don't act like you don't. How many of y'all, instead of saying you want a good man, say, well, I want an attorney, or you want a doctor, or you want a ball player. Think about it, ladies. Or you want a six-figure man or a high-value man. That's not the man himself. See, you dealing with the status and everything, money and status. Now, even though always on my men's channel, I talk about, you know, sex appeal beats them, we know y'all still gonna check for it, especially if you can't find the sexy man. So what do y'all do? Y'all look for that man who has a certain thing. You know, even when women say two things like, you know, you get some, I've met women who say they actually wanted a thug. That's an object. You ain't wanting a person. Now, if you meet a particular person, you like that, and they happen to be a thug. I mean, some people disagree with you on that, but it is what it is. You're dealing with the person. But how many of y'all are more looking at the man's status or what he represents? You know, it can go a lot of ways. You know, I've dealt with some women say they wanted a chocolate brother. I'm like, well, hold up. What about my personality and all of that? But yet the same women complain if, you know, I say, well, I just want a fat booty woman. Now, even though I've said in the past, I'm attracted to that, I've let it be known. It's like, no, I'm just attracted to that, not the object. But, you know, the person with that just attracts me. You know, it's not like some abstract thing, you know? And even then, I've gone out with plenty of women didn't have that big old butt dump. It was good with them too, because I was dealing with the person. But see, how many of y'all are missing out on a guy because you ain't want to deal with a guy because, you know, you think they're a certain way. It's like, you know, in my book, Sexual Chemistry, I used the illustration of a young lady. Like, she wanted that guy with money and everything successful. So when she was around guys she thought were successful, oh, she had that nice little walk. You know, that little, her hips were swaying a certain way. You know, she was more receptive. However, when she was around men she didn't think had money, oh, she was very defensive. But here's the thing. Among those men who she was defensive around, it might have been a guy who was feeling her for who she was and didn't see her as an object, you know? So that's the thing. See, if you put that out, like for my men's channel, I talked about, you know, broadcasting. Like, if you want to be out here, if you putting it out here that you want a man who is this, this, and this, you know, with your list and everything, don't get mad if he's looking at you the same way. You know, don't get mad if he say, well, I ain't gonna mess with you. You don't have that big old butt dunk or that BBL, which I don't like personally, but that's another conversation. You know, you don't have that BBL. Or you don't have that lace front up there. Or you ain't this, you ain't that. How would you feel? You know, he saw you, he reduced you to an object. Okay. You don't like it, do you? Don't feel good, does it? He ain't get to know you, the real you. Okay, that's fair. You're doing the same thing. How many women say, well, nah, he don't got no tattoos. He don't got that thug in him. Yeah, but he might be the perfect man for you. He might be the perfect man for you. Or that guy, he ain't playing ball or something. He still might be the perfect man for you. Whatever object you use, especially the success object. There's many women who say, well, yeah, he got to make 6 figures at least. He got to make 7 figures. All right. But then when they meet that man, then the same women are complaining that he is who they wanted. Many women will say, well, yeah, he working all day, he making all that money, but don't spend any time with me. Women have said that. Indeed, many women have said, hey, you know what? I didn't they wanted the money, they wanted the success object, but didn't realize he got to work 70 hours a week. And at best, he might deal with you for some quick sex. You want some guy you can hang out with and everything. That's not him. Indeed, some people even do that object thing when they want to cross over racially. Yeah, I'm going there. I've met women of other races. They ain't see just a man. They just saw black and went forward, of other races. Indeed, you get some women, particularly the black community, they'll want men of other races, but they only see that, not the man himself. That's an object thing right there. When you're not dealing with the actual spirit of a person, you're dealing with them as an object. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. I want y'all to really think about that, And especially, it's not a good thing when you don't like when you're being treated that way, especially when you don't measure up to what the object he's looking for. How many of y'all felt bad? Okay, you felt bad. It was terrible. He should have got to know you. He should have checked you out. But you rolling from him, Like, I remember one time, right? And I know this is how y'all feel bad because, I do my stuff in the real world. Now, I remember I had a seminar. I was kind of hosting the seminar too. And we had a scenario. The seminar was focused on Mr. Goodbar, that sexy guy, which in itself could be an object itself. If you're just looking at a man just for his dick, okay? But it was a situation, we had a scenario where a woman was trying to get this guy's attention and he was ignoring her. Didn't feel good, does it? Didn't feel good. So, you don't want to be seen as an object or he's just checking you out for that reason. Don't do the same to men, Don't give out that energy. Because if you give it out, that's what you're going to get back. But if you give out that vibe, you actually want to talk to a man, you actually want to see what he's about, boom. That's what you'll get back. All right? So anyway, ladies, really think about what I'm saying, and I'll get back with y'all next week. Peace and blessings.